VTV6 live coverage of high school boys soccer kicks off right now. This broadcast is brought to you by L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Pilot Logistics, Moon Lake Electric, and the Advisor Group. VTV6, your life in HD.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Vernal City here at the high school, Uintah High School, where the Uintah Utes host the Juan Diego Catholic High School, the Eagles, in a great soccer match. Today we have the first place in 3A Juan Diego Eagles visiting the fifth place in 3A Uintah Utes in what's going to be possibly a preview of what could potentially be a state championship game. And with me, Mark Mason here, with me, Jared McCackney. Jared, this is two quality programs playing at the top of their game right now.
You're exactly right, Mark. First place team in 3A against fifth place team in 3A. And they've met once before. Pretty tough match. Guaranteed to be a tougher match here at the home turf of Uintah Utes. Yeah,
and the Eagles won that game. Of course, they were on their home turf, and you know it's always a little bit nice to have them have to turn around and make the big drive, be out of their comfort zone. You know, these schools don't travel as much as the Utes do, so maybe today the traveling and the home field in favor of the Utes. We will see. It's going to be an interesting matchup. We talked to the coaches before the game. Coach Scott Platts. You know, and his keys to the game, defensively, they've got to stay organized on the defensive end. You know, it's with so many attackers coming from the Utes, it's easy to get lopsided, pulling out of your positions, you know, not knowing who your guy is, what zone of the field you're supposed to take. So then that pressure forces defensive mistakes. So, of course, they want to avoid that. Offensively, just like any other team, they want to possess the ball, work both sides of the fields, you know, and not get stuck playing one side. They're strong on one side. They want to get it to the other side. And Uintah, they know it's a tough place to play. They want to keep their composure, play smart. So you want to go over the keys of the game for the Utes?
You know, as they talk to us, and we've obviously seen them play, they want to find their rhythm and tempo. They want to play their game. And definitely with Juan Diego's only allowing 2 goals all region play, they definitely have got to find that rhythm and make it be their game. Definitely play smart defense. They've got some pretty good attacking forwards. Nobody that really attacks, and the only, you know, like one person that has a lot of the scores. It's spread all across the upper line there. So they definitely have the ability to score from many positions. So playing defense is key for Uintah. And then obviously make our chances to score count. And shoot the ball. You can't score unless you shoot. So that's the keys.
And we saw in the game we just covered, Uintah Utes versus the Union Cougars, the Utes shot a lot. And, you know, they missed some easy ones. And you can't miss the easy ones in a game against a team like Juan Diego. So this be interesting. I want to thank the sponsors helping us bring this game to you today. L&L Motor, the Advisor Group, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics, and Ridgeline Motorsports is going to help us bring the halftime coverage to you guys. We're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back for the kickoff.
Are you a busy mom like me with so little time, juggling so many different things that getting your oil changed is the last thing on your mind? You won't believe this. Head to L&L Express Lane. You don't need an appointment. There's a place for your kids to play, and you can use an iPad with Wi-Fi while you wait. And here's the best part. It's all done under 30 minutes or less. Come and see us at L&L's Express Lane. People you know. People who care.
Well, welcome back to Uintah High School, where the Utes host the Eagles, and the Eagles win the coin flip, and they're going to kick off here to start the first half. And as both teams spread out and start to get the looks they want, the Eagles go deep quickly, and here comes the pressure up from number 19 for the Eagles. Ball up to the middle. They're unable to handle it. Ball goes to number 11. We'll figure the names out here in a minute. Here's a shot headed up by Goodrich. Back to 19, Mariani. Mariani passes to the middle. He loses the ball as a turnover. We get it up to Jury. The wall pass outside. Patience. Get the ball up to Bettis. Here's some pressure from the back. Goes back into the middle. McNamara knocks it out of bounds.
Number 11 for Juan Diego is their top scorer right now. So we saw him take a look right there on that defensive play by Uintah, and luckily they shut him down there. So be looking for number 11 on Juan Diego's to be the scorer.
Spencer tries to get it past the defense. Kicked back by Greer. Greer gets it up to midfield. McCackney comes in. Ball's bouncing around. Finally controlled by Juan Diego. And still a 50-50 ball. Looks like it's going to be Juven. It goes out of bounds. Ball in. McCackney has it. He's working up the sideline. He gets up. McNamara back outside. They get it up.
Hayden with the run.
Nice deep pass, but well played by Williamson. Williamson has Bunderson running right behind him.
Yeah, that was very close. I mean, you saw Hayden taking 3 or 4 steps there, and if the ball would have gone through, that would have been a great run.
Here's Bunderson. He works the sideline. Somehow gets an angle on it. Here's a one-time maybe for McNamara. He gets it up in the box and then cleared by Greer. Greer kicks it out of bounds.
Exactly what Uintah wants to do there. They've got the numbers. They've got defense, the Juan Diego defense backtracking instead of being able to take the time to make a pass and get it out of their zone.
So here's the dangerous throw and it gets all the way into the middle of the box. Boy, it's a beautiful throw. And up on the attack, I didn't see which Ute player lost his footing, but that's trouble for the Utes. Here comes Mariani. Mariani on the edge. He's finally tracked down by Kitzmiller. Kitzmiller pushing the middle, and Mariani's going to unload a shot, and it's headed out by Goodrich.
Good to see Ben Kitzmiller back on the defensive end for Uintah.
And there's McCackney knocks the ball out of bounds, trying to not allow the Eagles to maintain possession throughout that middle third. Well defensed. Eagles look to throw it in. Boy, the Eagles are apt to shoot early and often, aren't they? They're unloading shots from about 30 yards out. Nurden, he's had the ankle issues. He played very sparing minutes against the Union Cougars. He's back out on the field. It'd be nice to have his presence again in the middle of the field. You can see he's a little bit ginger still on that. Here's a chip ball. Doesn't get past Goodrich, but boy, there's some danger there. We had 2 Eagles getting behind the defensive line. Not offsides because they made their runs after the ball was chipped.
Great pressure by Caden Nurden right there. Made the number 3 Juan Diego player, which is Woody, kick the ball out of bounds for a Uintah throw-in.
Yeah, Woody Greer, you see him just cleared it right there. There's a nice soft touch by Spencer. Nurden, just a little chop step. He's going to have an opportunity. He gets it. And I thought he might have earned a corner. Doesn't. Oh, here's a shot. And it trickles through underneath the legs. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get a good contact on it. That was Jerry Bettis that had the shot. Here's the counter from the Eagles. The Eagles have numbers right now, but Goodrich just bides his time until the striker makes a mistouch on the ball and clears it. And so now it's a counterattack for the Utes. And the footing has been a problem this game for the Utes. There's been several players try to make cuts and go down, which is interesting. This is their turf. Kitzmiller, nice back-footed save there to bring the ball back up here. And then a ball sent up, and it's a turnover. A couple of quick passes. Another opportunity for the Eagles. That's Alves. It's got the ball. He's marked by 2 Utes, and he finally loses the ball. Got a quick, and there's a through ball, and it's going to be Bunderson. Bunderson's getting pushed out, and that's well played by Williamson. Williamson got 1/2 of his step and used his arm to kind of swim Bunderson back.
Going to be a tough game for Bunderson if he's got somebody that's the same speed there. Boy, that was a race, and they were nose to nose.
That's Juven that went down on the field, and he's still down on the field. He held both hands up and looked at the referee and said, and finally he earned himself a yellow. And I have to imagine that's it for Christian Juven, because 2 yellows is a red and headed in the playoffs. I don't imagine any coach in his right mind would allow a player to stay on the field and risk a second yellow.
Yeah, and that was a frustration yellow. He felt like that he needed a call there, and so probably mouthed off to the ref.
When you just saw that replay on the L&L motor, and it looked like 2 players playing the ball, and one lost his footing, went down on his face pretty hard, and you don't ever want to, you see the guy's bleeding, He took a pretty hard blow to the face, and I think his day might be done, and he sits down right when he gets on the field, and the Utes will have a free kick. Ball's up. Greer, he's playing basically the sweeper position, that back defensive. Boy, Bunderson took out his own player. Oh, that was a pretty ball. Well played by DiGeronimo to clear it. If he'd missed that by an inch, Spencer comes back, tracks it, and they're going to spread out, opt to go back all the way to the keeper to spread this defense out. Alves is going to put the pressure up on the box. Ball's up through, gets past. It's a turnover, so now we got trouble. Eagles have the numbers and the advantage, and well played by Kitzmiller. Cleared. Bettis earns the foul. No, they call it. That is against the Eagles. It looked to me like Bettis might have been the one that was pushing the action with his elbow and went against him. McCackney can't get the move to go. Tried some fancy footwork. Ends up with a turnover. That ball's up forward. Pass to Hendrickson. Excuse me, that's Mariani. It goes out of bounds. Poor pass from the center fielder.
Pretty evenly matched game right now. I mean, we've seen it go in both ways. There's lots of physical contact from both sides.
Ball stolen there by Hurtado, and then stolen right back. The Utes coming back, Logan Ewell, and they got it up. Oh, boy, that would have been a pretty through ball if he could have got it. McGlory tries to set up Jury Bettis, and just well defensed.
I like to see the runs that UN is trying to make right here on this. They've struggled a little bit with having more than just Hayden make those runs, and seeing Jury and Caden Nurden make those runs is great.
A lot of hand motions asking for more. This was Martinez who came in on substitution. He looks up and holds his hands out. He got the call, though, so should be tickled with that. Free kick. They're going to play it into the center of the field. Greer, he plays up. Center fielder Hurtado back to the middle, back to Hurtado. Hurtado tries the edge, can't get past Ewell. And they're content to just maintain possession, move the ball around. And it's good motion. There you see Sands making that extra run. Sands gets it up to the center. And there's a shot. Wow. He unloaded. That was Alves. Andre Alves from about 35 yards out, unloaded.
And was wide open, Mark. I didn't see anyone marking Alves, and that's a mistake by Uintah. He's a good player. He's going to take those shots, and they'll start falling if he's alone.
Yeah, and he painted the corner and really made Jackson go after that ball. Fortunately, it was about a yard wide, so the chance ends up in a goal kick. But here comes another attack, and here's a header, and Jackson does everything he can to save it. It's a gorgeous save. A diving swat, and we call him Stonewall Jackson for a reason.
Jackson did perfect right there. Was able to get a hand on it, kept it in bounds, and then we were able to get it out for a throw-in instead of a corner.
And so many times you see a keeper coming off his lines in a situation like that, and Jackson stayed on his line. and played the angles right. Cut off the inside post so he had enough length to get to that ball. But some gorgeous attacks so far from the Eagles. And the Utes a little bit on their heels right now. There's a cross ball. They're trying to get it over. They do get it to Mariani. Mariani tracks it down at the far sideline. He's going to work back to the middle of the field. They hit it back to Geronimo. Geronimo into the middle. Trying to get a flick. Can't get anything on it. And right now the Utes are last to the ball on every situation. And right now, and here's a nice shot and played well by Jackson. Boy, they brought everyone up but 2 on the attack. So they have even numbers on the attack. That one gets past Greer, and this is a trouble for the Eagles, and Greer just does the wise thing and kicks it out of bounds.
It's fun watching Juan Diego move that ball, and especially the time that they have after they've received it.
Absolutely right. We've already seen the replay coverage brought to you by L&L Motor. Become a fan and like L&L on Facebook, and you can be entered into one of their fabulous drawings. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care. Going to play a little two-man game here on the sideline. No, Spencer decides to go back to the middle. Well played. There's a shot, and it's played well by Hurtado. Hurtado's got it up to Mariani. Mariani's going to be double-teamed, and I think they called a foul. I believe that's on Spencer that they got the foul. Jaden Spencer charging a little too much body, not enough ball.
Judgment called by the referee. Obviously, you can be shoulder to shoulder, but felt like that was a little too aggressive, I guess.
And you see the Utes being played at their own game. So many people up, and look at the spacing and the shape to the offense of the Eagles right now. There's people deep, there's people wide, there's people in the middle, and they're in a spot, and their teammates know where they're going to be. Quick passes to spots.
When they played at Juan Diego, the way they scored their scores was that long cross that we just saw from that other side, and there was a guy there. So definitely something that's not new that Uintah hasn't seen before.
McNamara to Bunderson. Bunderson finds himself in the middle of the field. He's got support up. Can't control that one, so now comes the counterattack. Hurtado's going to try to look to the left edge. He gets it up to Mariani. Mariani, he puts back into the middle, and he's got a turnover. Misplayed by Caden Nurden, so it's going to stay with Grostic. Grostic loses it, and now here comes counter. Nurden goes inside, makes that overlapping run, and then Bettis loses the ball in the middle. Played back to Greer. Eagles have the ball. Greer hits Sands, but Sands loses it, and here comes the pressure from the Utes. Turnover. But boy, look at the speed of that. DiGeronimo, he lost the ball, recovered in 2 steps, and stole it right back.
Juan Diego marking up. Uintah doesn't have an opportunity at all to take a look at where they're going to make that pass because Juan Diego was just right in their face.
Oh, and there's a foul. And there's going to be a card given here.
How is that not shoulder to shoulder?
And right now the Eagles are being a little bit poor sports by standing on the ball and pushing Jury Bettis. And here is the foul, and it looks like they're going to give a yellow card. Has he raised it? The conversation's gone. No card at this point. Did you see one raised?
No.
So
going to give a verbal, and let Uintah with a free kick here.
And I believe that verbal went to Williamson. I think it was he and Jury Bettis that had the contact.
I think the referee felt like that, that was a little too dangerous of a play. You can go shoulder to shoulder, but when it's a hit like that, somebody's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Got to call those.
Here's a chip ball. It's up in the middle. Bunderson deep. Doesn't get to it. He's so dangerous in the air with his head. They're going to keep the ball here. Ewell plays it up into the middle. Nurden loses that ball to Sands. It gets outside. And then that ball's kicked out of bounds. I believe that was McNamara that knocked it out.
Brady coming over strong to get that ball to allow the defense to come back and mark up.
Right now, the Utes are waiting for balls to come. They need to take the 2 steps to the ball so they don't lose this. The Eagles are charging in hard, just like McCackney did there, number 17, middle of the field. Here's a chip shot. Bunderson coming through. Bunderson with the touch. He's double-teamed, and he just gets battled. He takes a little bit of a dive, and they're going to call a corner kick, and the Eagles are upset. So we've seen the touch from Jury Bettis. He's got beautiful touch from the corner, and you're going to see the overlapping runs. You're going to see 1, 2, and 3 deep, and then deep on the far side of the box, Jaden Spencer. So, and look out for Hayden Bunderson, number 4, and Bunderson leads 3A in scoring, and that ball just popped Grostic in the head. Did you see his head snap back? Wow. He's going to fill that one in the morning. This game brought to us by the Advisor Group, financial planning, benefit package, retirement, insurance, or retirement plans. We have a specialized team to help meet your needs. We are the firm of firms, the Advisor Group. A little bit chippy for what essentially mounts up to, and that's a Uintah throw-in. And I'm not sure how, I guess I missed the exchange. The initial ball, Grostic knocked it out with his head. Then it came back in and out again. But so they opt to play it short this time.
Emotions are high, Mark, right now. There is a lot of chipping, talking, and both teams are aggressively going for that ball and trying to make everything happen.
Yeah, you see Mason that's Jordan Hendrickson, the keeper. And Hendrickson opted to punch that ball out. You know, we've talked to keepers all ages. When in doubt, punch the ball out. You know, if you don't think you've got the right grab on it. And here's a long shot. McCackney over the bars.
You know, not a bad shot by McCackney there. Obviously, we wanted it more on target, but when a corner kick comes in and everybody's starting to leave the box, that's a great time to get that ball right back into that mix.
Right back in the mix, and if you can paint the corners from there, it's a very difficult ball for a keeper to track down. That time it just went over. You see David White, number 18's made his first entrance into this game. They get it to him in the corner. He's got it into the middle.
Actually, that's Blake Hanberg. I'm not sure if he switched.
Oh, yeah, no,
16, Blake Hanberg.
I misread the number. Yeah, that's right, because he's taken over Jackson Woodward's number, and I'm mixing up all sorts of. And we did this last time. I apologize, Blake. We knew better, or I did at least. Deep ball headed over the post. Maybe a corner. No, they give it a goal kick.
Brady McNamara right there with a good run. Almost had that 2 or 3 inches ahead in order to make that a score, but good, tough, hard play by Brady.
Shots on goal nearly even, time of possession nearly even. These teams, again, we were mentioning this is almost amounts to a friendly because neither team can improve their playoff positioning with a win or a loss in this game, but neither team is treating it like a friendly. This is high emotion. Ball gets outside Mariani. Mariani works back to the middle. He's got to play into the middle and cleared by Goodrich.
You can tell that Juan Diego was trying to get that ball to Alves.
Ball's up. Blake's got it. He's got one to beat. He tries to hit it. Boy, it just mistouched. Cleared up. Mariani goes into the middle. Played turned by Alves. Hurtado challenged by McCackney. Loses. McCackney and McGlory have a miscommunication. And then Spencer earns the throw in. Boy, you hate to have a miscommunication on the 10 yards out of the penalty box like that. That's the kind of thing that can turn into a quick shot and trouble for Jackson Benyon, but fortunately the Utes recover. Here comes some substitutions in. Jury Bettis back in.
For Jaden Spencer. Looks like Blake's going to come back and play a right mid, and Jury and Hayden going to stay up top.
When those two get going, they've got beautiful chemistry together. The touches, they know what the other one's going to do. They've played ball together in all aspects, football, basketball, soccer. Almost like there's a little telepathy going on sometimes, the way they feed off of each other. Ball outside, played well. Grostic gets the baseline. He still has the ball. He shot. Oh! And you got to shoot to score, and unfortunately, it's a soft goal by Jackson Benyon. He can't cover up, and it rolls past his hand.
He's pretty frustrated right now because those slow rollers are the ones that hurt the most. I mean, he was in great position. Everything was right. Alex McGlory there with I thought he was going to get that ball and had touched it a little bit there, but unfortunately made it go off a little bit of speed and then messed Jax up. So.
Yeah, Grostic has the ball. He works the baseline. Just a lucky bounce, and he finds the ball at his feet, and he takes a shot. And again, like say, maybe a little bit of a soft goal. And here comes some work. There's a chip. Can Blake get there? He does. He's going to earn the ball right in the penalty box. No, it's a beautiful battle between he and DiGeronimo. DiGeronimo still battling. He gets the turn. Here comes the help from Bettis. There's a charge, no call. DiGeronimo hit the deck after Bettis charged him. You can hear from the far side of the field Nurden coaching, giving encouragement. And the fight is on. This is a battle. You don't often see teams playing each possession this hard. And in a 0-0 game here, 1-0. That's right. Grostic had the goal just a few seconds ago. 1-0. The Eagles lead. Here's this ball played in the middle. Continues to trickle in the middle. Nurden steals it. McCackney has the ball. McCackney, no pressure. He's going to bring it up. He looks, tries to get in the middle, can't. Ball's turned over. Mariani has it. He plays it into the middle to Sands. Sands plays outside. Ball's in at Alves. Alves takes a shot. It's high.
Good look, Andre.
He was on his heels when he shot that, Jared.
Yeah, he didn't know he had so much time. There wasn't really anybody in his area. He could have taken a little maybe prep touch there, but definitely not what Jackson wanted to have happen was have another touch on that ball.
No, yeah, Jackson Benyon tickled to see a guy shoot while he's spinning on his heels. Benyon hits a deep ball. Bettis plays it outside in Cushing. What a nice luxury the coach has to have a change of pace guy like Cushing coming in. He's coming in. He gets the ball. Oh, and he can't play it. It's in the middle. He attacks Sands, and now he gets pushed down. And we got the foul. That's going to come from the sideline referee, the foul. And it's going to go against Cushing, the initial push in the box.
Interestingly enough, we have a two-man crew for this game. Again, almost like a championship game being played. And we've only got a two-man crew for some reason. I'm not sure what happened with the center referee, but we've got two referees playing this or reffing this game.
Yeah, and I missed that, but that's a good catch on your part. I should have noticed that the sideline referee was coming up making some of those calls. They pulled out the yellow card, but so two-man crew. They're content to play back and keep possession. Today's game brought to us by Strata Networks. Strata Networks is proud to partner with VTV Channel 6 to provide live coverage of high school sports. Oh, and Nurden just missed an opportunity. There was a ball that if he would have hit it wide, Blake Hamburg had nobody within 15 yards of him. And there's a lot of hand raising. Goodrich toes a ball. Marinari tries to track it down, and Goodrich gets the turn on it, puts it into the stands.
Couple of opportunities there by Uintah, just a lucky bounce or a lucky touch, and they would have broke through. They had guys making the run, but unfortunately Juan Diego able to stop and touch that ball to prevent that from happening.
Miscommunication from Sands. He knocks it out of bounds. DiGeronimo kind of gave him the old shoulder shrug, and back they go on defense. Hamburg with the throw in. He's going to wait for the substitution. So you're going to see Spencer come in, and Bunderson's going to take a rest. This spring weather is so tricky, too. On the way over here, it was cold, and now it's hot.
And the wind's not blowing hardly anything, and in the JV game, it blew both ways, actually, north and south.
triple team, doing work. DiGeronimo gets it out, and finally McCackney says no more of that. That's McNamara in the middle. McNamara hits out to Spencer. Geez, just not enough touch on this ball, and it's happened time and time again. Spencer earns it back. Nurdin has the ball, can't get it past Greer. Nurdin can't win it back. McNamara has it, and then they call a foul with the advantage. Yeah, I don't know if I understand this. Yeah, they don't call the fouls when it looks clear. Then the advantage stays Utes, and there's a free kick. Although this is a dangerous spot to have a free kick for the Eagles, the Utes love it. And McCackney, he's got beautiful touch from here and strength. He can hit the far corner from this spot. I've seen him do it. He's going to line up. There's a chip. He gets it up. Ooh! And that's maybe a yard high. He's got the strength. He's got the touch. And it just was a yard high.
It's good to see that the Uintah had those guys on that back post. If it had gone there, they would have definitely had more than just that one opportunity to put the ball in the net.
Hendrickson with the free kick. He gets it up to midfield. Controlled by McNamara. McNamara has time, hits outside to Spencer. Spencer looking to do something creative. He gets a edge. There's a lot of pushing, and they call it on Spencer. You know, well played by DiGeronimo. He got the first push in, and the reaction call win against Spencer. Here comes a deep throw from DiGeronimo. He gets it up to Mariani. Mariani back to Sands. Sands hits outside. It's up to Albright. He's had a quiet game. Bettis looking to play a two-man game with Cushing. Ball knocked out of bounds. They call a foul. Actually, I didn't see the foul. Jared, did you see what happened?
You know, it was just another kind of aggressive shoulder by Juan Diego there. Knocked Jury Bettis completely off the ball, and maybe a little unnecessary for that hard of a hit.
So the call's going pretty evenly both ways and pretty consistent. They know what's coming. Bunderson with the right foot. He scores! It's a beautiful shot and touch by Hayden Bunderson with 19 goals. He leads all 3A in scoring.
And Juan Diego doesn't know what to do. That's the third goal that has been scored on them all year, and Uintah just did it.
Yeah, and you see a little bit of shoulder shrugging there. That's a good sign to see against a visiting opponent. And Hayden Bunderson does what he does. You see on the L&L Motor replay, ball loose in the field. He's bounced like a ping pong ball and hits a one-timer in the back of the net. Just a gorgeous play. Maybe a mistake by Hendrickson coming off his line. He wasn't able to get the angle on that ball. But I don't know. There's no defense for the perfect ball, Jared.
No, absolutely great shot by Hayden.
Ball's up, over. Oh, we've got a challenge here. Can he track it down? That's Hamburg. And it goes out of bounds. Boy, that would have been gorgeous from Goodrich. And you see Goodrich all the way on the far side of the field going, just a little too much.
Just a little too hard. But Blake was on it. He was really close. And the ball's going to be on that end of the field. So that's fine. That's a good place to start.
Ball's in. Charged by, it's a misplayed ball. And Bettis, Jury has it. He's getting bounced around. Sands gets the turn on it. He gets it up. And now here comes Alves on the counter. Alves hits it up to Mariani. Mariani, he's got someone tracking him down. It's McNamara. Goodrich is back as well. He can't get a shot off. And there's no calls. Everybody wants a call. The Utes want a call. The Eagles want a call. Here's a ball. It's going to get up. It's going to be played by Hamburg. Hamburg's got one beat. He beats Greer, puts it in the middle, McNamara, and now Greer's going to clear. No, Greer gets popped from behind. Hamburg takes a shot.
Letting a lot of things go. These referees are allowing a lot of contact occasionally. I'm sure frustrating Juan Diego a little bit with their calls.
Spencer tries to get a chip shot, just misplays it. Sands gets it up, and he's going to get it up. Mariani has it. It's over to Alves. Alves one-on-one with McCackney. Tries to push back in the middle. Stolen by Bunderson. Big chip shot. Who's up there? But Jury Bettish. Jury just misplays it with his head. He's getting checked from behind, and I don't know. Yeah, they've got to call that. They definitely have to call it. It's a push. And he's hitting at his ankles with his feet. He's kicking his ankles.
You can't use your hands. You can't use your hands and grab somebody and throw them off the ball. It's just not legal in soccer.
And they're going to have a talk here, and this is dangerous. What the Eagles don't need is to lose their composure. They're aware that it's hard to play here. They know what kind of physicality the Utes like to play with. So setting up, again, McCackney with the deep ball. He can hit the far corner. He's got the touch and the angle. This is a dangerous position right now, and he can go far post. You have Spencer and the ever dangerous in the air Bunderson. No, it looks like it's going to be McNamara take the shot, Jared. McNamara looks to chip it up. He does. It's in the air. Oh, and Spencer can't track it down. Today's game brought to us by Ashley Regional. Ashley Regional has 8 primary care physicians to choose from. If you're looking for a new family physician, visit their website at www.ashleyregional.com for more information on each of the providers. Boy, nice set piece there. And Spencer was free. The ball may be a hair deep. Did we just see a yellow card given?
We just saw a yellow card given to number 9, David Grostic. I will tell you, for this referee, if there is any language at all, he is going to give you a card for it.
So Grostic, again, considering the 2 yellow card rule, I imagine his night's done. And he comes off pretty upset. And that's the long walk to the coach, and you can see the coach saying, "What are you doing?" And he just got an earful from his coach. And as a player as well as I do, that that is a very long 40-yard walk right there.
Yes. No uncertain terms did that coach just tell Grostic what he did wrong and how that is unacceptable.
So Grostic with the yellow, I imagine. Again, I don't know for sure, but I can't imagine that they would risk and he's a sub. He came in on a substitution, and that ball is good for football. The American football.
I've seen Brady and Connor discuss those. Every time it seems like those two are the ones that run to the ball and want to get that free kick. Good relationship between those two to allow the other one to have an opportunity here and there.
Well, and they have a different style that they're playing off that ball. McCackney's more power, and you expect a shot. McNamara's going to try to get the assist into the corner. And so there's 2 different ways that ball is coming in, played off those free kicks. We've seen them both take and have near misses each. Ball's up, played by Hurtado. Hurtado hits it to Mariani. Mariani back to Hurtado. Hurtado goes middle. Sands fakes, gets it back to Mariani. He has a left foot. Oh, it's wide by about 5 yards.
Uintah needing to keep their composure here. It was down on their defensive end. Don't give in to the fake. They faked 2 or 3 there and allowed Juan Diego to just be uncovered because they took that fake.
We got substitutions, so Jordan Cushing trying to get the ball in quick. Looks like we're trying to get Nurden back on the field. Nurden's going to take Hamburg out. Again, Nurden's talented in the midfield, but he's had that sprained ankle. He got it, I heard from the coach, a day before the Cougar game. So here's a ball from Goodrich. How about a touch there? He's got a few yards between him and Alves.
Yeah, Alves coming kind of hard, but you're exactly right. Instead of just blistering it down the field, maybe take a little softer touch and just pop it up in the air for a 50-50 ball.
Boy, Fortunately, Alves didn't see Mariani making that run on the outside edge. Goodrich clears it. That ball's up, and you see London Wells has made his first appearance of the game. Wells is trying to track the ball down. It's out of bounds. Wells has it. He's going to try to get it to Bunderson. Bunderson in the box, trying to get a play on the ball. Can't get to it. There's some pushing and shoving. Bunderson may have got away with one there. Ball misplayed by Kitzmiller. Here comes, and that ball's in the air. Oh! Wow, there was a massive collision. You see Jackson Benyon coming out. DiGeronimo's trying to get ahead on the ball, and he gets flattened. Absolutely flattened and here's the collision on the L&L Motor replay. Oh my goodness, that's a big time collision. I'm glad everybody's up and okay. Benyon hit him like a linebacker hitting a wide receiver coming over the middle.
50-50 balls are so dangerous, and, good call by the referee. Both of them going to the ball hard. I didn't see any fists or hits other than just, I'm going to the ball as hard as I can.
Yeah, and Benyon played it right. He forced a high header that missed by a yard high. DiGeronimo took a big-time hit, and he's back on his feet. Everybody's happy to see that. Ball played back. It's going to be hit to Saunders. Saunders is going to content to play back to Greer. Greer all the way back to the center back. They're going to switch the field.
Boy, Juan Diego has all the time in the world right here. No one's marking up. Have plenty of time to face their goal, see who's open.
Greer hits a deep ball. Goodrich misses the header.
Wisely.
Yeah. In this case, it's the best thing that could have happened. They play it out. Ewell has the ball, plays to the middle. Kitzmiller, that's McNamara, loses it. And then, and the Eagles have a right to be upset here. Sands has the ball on a clear advantage, and they whistle it.
Yeah, I think he would. Again, unfortunately, two-man team refereeing here, and they can't catch everything. I mean, that's why there's 3 referees that are supposed to be here.
Yeah,
is to use your sidelines, have that center referee being able to use your sidelines to make that call.
That ball went to Duchesne County off that kick. Today's game brought to us by Moon Lake Electric. In operation since 1938, they are owned by the people they serve. Moon Lake is a cooperative, not privately owned. Well, this has been an incredible game. I'm out of breath, and I'm not the one on the field.
It has been a very exciting game. Looks like about a little less than 2 minutes of regulation, unless there's some stoppage, but
foul here. It's going to be an Eagles kick. That goes against Nurden. No, I guess I don't know what they're calling, Jared. It just seems to me that I have no feel for what's being called on the field. And sometimes there's games like that. Mariani has the ball in the middle. They play it back. Hurtado has it. Checked by Bunderson. Back to Mariani. Mariani trying to get a window to get a shot off. He hits it outside. It's Saunders. Saunders looking to cross. He gets the cross, and it's just too long. Boy, coming in on a long, deep run, Griffiths, and that ball is just over his head.
Uintah has got to start marking up. There are too many players from Juan Diego that are completely unmarked.
Today's game brought to us by Pilot Logistics. Western Petroleum may have a new name, but we are still the same great company you can rely on. Pilot Logistics.
Speaking of Western Petroleum, Perry was going to come out and surprise the boys again. Perry Taylor being the driving force of Octane FC and their name, as well as coaching a lot of these senior boys that are here right now.
You see the Utes in a position of chasing balls. They're just chasing. They're not staying with a man. Spencer able to track that one down. He gets the turn on it. Eagles maintain possession here on the upper third. Yeah, I understand he came to the Park City game. just a week or two ago.
Yes, he went to the Park City game, and he was actually at the Juan Diego game at Juan Diego when they played. Good to see him and see how well he's doing.
Wells chasing all of this. And Wells takes a shot. That's maybe a little bit cheap. The ball had left. Boy, a nice run by DiGeronimo. DiGeronimo goes down. Dangerous spot for a free kick. It's about 3 yards off the 18, so about 20 yards out. Jackson Benyon. This is a spot you can score from if you're the Eagles. I don't see who has the ball. 27's coming over, and on the ball, number 13, I believe. Oh! He laces a strike. It's DiGeronimo, and it's just over the crossbars.
Ball still going up as it went over that crossbar, too. That was a low, good shot by Geronimo.
Wow. Benyon had his hands up, but when a ball's moving that hard, a lot of times that can get through a keeper's outstretched hands. Benyon's going to get the ball up. He's got up to receive it. No, Spencer wasn't in the right position. Headed back up to Mariani. Mariani gets it up. DiGeronimo back. And
Logan Ewell doing some fancy footwork there and able to keep the ball moving up the field.
Nurden coming up on the challenge. Back up to Mariani. Mariani working back in the middle. That's his patented move. He does it a lot. Here's a through ball. Oh, it's danger. And it's a bicycle kick. Wow. DiGeronimo playing some just incredible football in the box. He had the missed free kick and the bicycle kick, which went wide. Benyon was out of position had it been true. Bettis up on the counter strike. He's trying to get to the corner. He does. It's going to be a battle. There's a lot of pushing. He wins. He's got the inside line. Oh!
Corner kick.
And it's going to be a goal kick.
Goal.
And the keeper played textbook football. The only spot that he had was inside post. But here comes Hendrickson, attacked at the right time after the angle was gone and pushed it out of bounds. Bettis with just some strength to fight off the pushing and shoving and inside the penalty box to win that baseline. And here's a deep ball to Mariani, but the whistles blow for halftime. I want you to stick around for the Ridgeline Motorsports halftime coverage. We'll be back in just a second here on VTV Channel 6.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance? Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at the Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Do you know what medications you are taking? It's one of the first questions a medical professional will ask you at the doctor's office or in the emergency room. Knowing the names of your medications, the amount you take, and when you take them is as important as describing your pain. Ashley Regional Medical Center encourages you to take a moment and write down all your medications. We will even provide a small card for you to use. It's important for you to be informed and involved with your healthcare and your medications.
Hey Uintah Basin, the DEF pump is now operating at the Pilot Logistics Card Lock in Naples. Come fill your tank at super low prices with the convenience of a pump. Pilot Logistics continues to provide card lock services, bulk fuel, lubes and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. The new DEF pump is at the Naples location. Here at Pilot Logistics, we are still your neighbors working hard to serve you and invite you to call 789-1832 for more information about all of the services offered by Pilot Logistics.
Ridgeline Motorsports Halftime Report.
Well, welcome to the Ridgeline Motorsports Halftime Show. Mark Mason, Jared McCackney with me. And Jared, we saw probably one of the more exciting halves of soccer that you're going to see in a lot of levels.
Very fun game to be watching right now, and the second half is going to be even better, I believe.
It is. And this halftime production is brought to you by Ridgeline Motorsports. Ridgeline Motorsports has significant rebates going on all 2014-15 Ski-Doo snowmobiles and 2014 and 2015 Can-Ams. Every Can-Am ATV and side-by-side vehicle is built with the same DNA, industry-leading performance, precision engineered handling, and a rider-focused design. It's the Ready to Ride sales event. For a limited time, save up to $2,000 on your 2014 Can-Am off-road vehicle or up to $800 on select 2015 models. Get ready to ride with a new Can-Am off-road vehicle at Ridgeline Motorsports today. Can-Am, the ride says it all. Go see the friendly staff at Ridgeline Motorsports at 543 East Main in Vernal or call 789-RIDE, R-I-D-E. Ridgeline Motorsports, work hard, play harder. Well, these halftime highlights brought to you by Ridgeline Motorsports, and I want to go over these, and I'll tell you what, there was some beauties, Jared. You're going to start out, you're going to see here Alves just wide, and then the header and save by Jackson. Then here's the shot. Oh, no, this was the save by Hendrickson. And then Grostic comes in, and with the soft touch, hits the inside post, and then we see our favorite, Bunderson coming in. One touch shot, ball bouncing around, and he comes in with this reckless abandon. Everyone else is worried about their knees and ankles, and he's coming in hot and high and somehow gets through and gets shots. That's his 19th goal of the season. It's no secret he's coming.
That's right, intensity.
The Eagles knew, everybody knew, the Utes knew, everybody within 10 miles knew, and somehow still he gets a score here in the first half, 1-1, and it has been chippy on both sides of the ball.
It has. This is neither team is taking it lightly, even though it doesn't matter as far as the standings for the region, but a very, very hard-fought game.
Yeah, 1-1, and the Utes want to establish that they can play and they can win against this Eagles team, and the Eagles want to say, no, you got to come through us. And, this is one of those confidence games leading in the playoffs. Both of them have championship aspirations. With that, Ridgeline Motorsports halftime report. We're going to take a break. We'll be back for the kickoff in the second half.
Are you pushing the limits of riding? Are you ripping down the nastiest trails? Adjusting to the elements? Racking up the most miles? The 2016 Ski-Doo sleds. Are you riding or are you watching? See the 2016 sleds at skidoo.com.
Are you a busy mom like me with so little time, juggling so many different things that getting your oil changed is the last thing on your mind? You won't believe this. Head to L&L Express Lane. You don't need an appointment. There's a place for your kids to play, and you can use an iPad with Wi-Fi while you wait. And here's the best part. It's all done under 30 minutes or less. Come and see us at L&L's Express Lane. People you know. People who care.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance? Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at the Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Uintah Basin, the DEF pump is now operating at the Pilot Logistics Card Lock in Naples. Come fill your tank at super low prices with the convenience of a pump. Pilot Logistics continues to provide card lock services, bulk fuel, lubes and oils, just as they did when they were Western Petroleum. The new DEF pump is at the Naples location. Here at Pilot Logistics, we are still your neighbors working hard to serve you and invite you to call 789-1832 for more information about all of the services offered by Pilot Logistics.
Welcome back to the second half. The kickoff the Utes had, and the turnover's gone. And Mariani challenging Goodrich. And Goodrich is going to win most of those battles. He is a talented fullback, and he knows what to do. Waits for the mistake to happen and clears the ball. And again, 1-1. Hayden Bunderson with the equalizer after Grostic scored earlier in the match. And it's unfortunate because, again, Grostic shot, the ball went in the net, but it was a defensible ball. It very easily could be a 1-0 lead for the Utes, but tied 1-1. Both teams got to be tickled with that result right here. And there's Goodrich with a ball that's just turned over, maybe a little bit more patience so they could have maintained possession. And the Utes again chasing the ball a little bit. Here's the through ball played by Ewell. Ewell up to McCackney. McCackney looking for help. He doesn't find it. And that gets through. Bunderson's going to play outside. And here we are waiting for the... And we haven't seen the overlapping run, some of that extra effort given. Oh, and that was a terrible call. I'll have to agree with the Eagles. They kicked it off McNamara's foot, but the throw-in went for the Utes. Then the turnover here. High-stepping through trouble was number 11, Alves, and then the ball is turned over, and it's going to go all the way up to the keeper. Nurden makes the challenge run.
Uintah has really got to start marking up the players. You can see blue players with no one on them, which makes it very easy to get it to them and have time to make a good pass.
Bunderson calls off Nurden. He plays it up to Bettis. Bettis trying to get the turn on it. He does. He gets a flick up to Bunderson. Bunderson turns the corner, uses his speed wisely, gets it in the inside. Spencer knocked down Bunderson with the left foot. Boy, the way people stopped there for a second, I almost thought there was a call in the box, Jared. Would have been the softest penalty kick I've ever seen in my life, but there was some people stopping, looking around there for a second.
You know, one of the things that makes Hayden a #1 scorer in the state right now is that he is not afraid to shoot the ball. I mean, you're 25, 30 yards out, you feeling good, take that shot, make something happen.
Got to shoot to score. Grostic could teach us a lesson about that here. Ball's played up, it's in the middle. Alves pushes it outside. There's a deep ball. Mariani, can he get to it before it trickles out of bounds? No, they call it. It looked like it was on the line, but it went out. Here comes the throw-in for the Utes. Up to Nurden. He's going to play it with his chest. Plays it outside. Doesn't get the right touch on it. Turnover. Mariani has it. He plays back. Sun in our eyes. Hard to see the numbers. Sands pushes it outside. It's played there by Ward. Ward plays it up. DiGeronimo with a gorgeous touch. He has played inspired soccer. And McCackney in that case does the right thing. He avoids the corner kick, tracks it down, and that's the kind of hustle play. Boy, there's another gorgeous soccer play. Benyon stops it. It's got to get cleared. He finally does. Benyon with a nice stop. Bunderson gets his feet kind of tangled, and the Eagles maintain possession.
Need to get some excitement on that defensive end for Uintah there. Working way, way harder.
Late whistle. It looked to me like Alves tried to take a shot and hit the turf on his own accord. He's holding. Here's the replay. We're going to see if there was a foul. Alves winds up for the shot right here, and he does it himself. He just dug his cleats into the ground. There was no foul. He missed the ball when he shot. And I don't know if they're giving a penalty here.
They sent number 25 off the field for Juan Diego. I'm assuming language again with the yellow card, and there's a little bit of a discussion out there. Not sure what's going on. Looks like it's a free kick for Juan Diego.
Well, this is the wrong call. Of course, we have the advantage of slow motion replay. In this case, Alves wound up and shot and just dug his toe into the turf. He just missed the ball and hit the turf. And, you know, that's a reactionary call, but I don't know. And here's a dangerous situation for the Utes. Benyon is on his line right in the middle of the box trying to see which way the ball is going to go. It goes up. It's low. It's blocked by the wall. The Utes avoid a disaster there.
Good job by the wall by staying tough, staying in place.
And so many times you see the wall jump and turn. In this case, if they had done that, that ball would have gone in the net. Ball's up in the middle, cleared. Ewell played back in by Sands, played to the outside. It's going to be tracked down here. I think it's Ewell on the ball. Ewell gets the turn, pushes it up. And there's a fight here. Lots of extended arms from the Eagles. They get away with it, play it outside. DiGeronimo is a talented player. We see what he can do with the ball, and he's still fighting, and he knocks it out of bounds. Utes ball. He's disappointed with that. Utes standing around a little bit, Jared. Just a little bit of standing around. The Eagles hustling a little bit more to spots right now, and they play it back to Sands. Sands waits. There's the middle of the field wide open. No pressure from the halfbacks. Middle fielders need to do a little bit more pressure. Look, you see guys unchecked in the middle again. 7 and 23 for the Eagles, unchecked.
And all you've got to do is just mark up. You just got to have somebody right there close to them so that they don't have that easy opportunity.
McCackney coming up from the fullback position. He plays a nice ball to Jury Bettis. Here comes the keeper clear out of the box. And McCackney maybe a yard short, but just an excellent timing on the ball from Hendrickson. Ball back into the middle. Greer plays it in the middle. Here's a charge from McCackney. There is going to be a foul there. McCackney of the famous state champion hockey team, he likes those hockey checks. Usually he has a stick in his hand to add a little bit of extra English to that check, but this time it's done on the soccer pitch and it's illegal. McCackney has a misplayed ball right there. It's supposed to be a nice pass. Then he rockets one. We're fortunate to maintain possession. Bunderson coming up, checked there by Albright. He plays it outside. It's going to be up to Jury Bettis. Bettis has the edge. He has Sands checking him. Sands waits. Sands makes his attack, has it, and then he flops. A little bit of a diva dive there. And they're going to call a corner. Ball goes in. It's going to go back to, oh, and that's too bad. It was the right idea, just misplayed by number 14, Alex McGlory.
Uintah needs to take a big deep breath and settle down. They're starting to make some unnecessary passes, some slow passing. Just go back to the basics. Go back to the basics, make good crisp passes, make it a pass to the easiest player, make them do some running instead of our defensive side making the run to try and stop Juan Diego.
Replay coverage today brought to us by L&L Motor. People you know, people who care. I want to thank L&L Motor for the many years of of the partnership that we've had with them, sponsoring Uintah Basin High School sports action here on VTV Channel 6. Boy, Bunderson is on a mission. He's a one-man wrecking crew, and he's getting pushed and elbowed and shoved. And right there, the last little shove from, I think it was Ishida, right in the middle, just took a shot with his forearms. Here's a chip from Bunderson. It gets over to Cushing. Cushing tries to play it, misplays it, so it's coming the other way. This is going to be Alves with the ball. He pushes it outside. Sands coming up. No, that's Greer, excuse me. Back to Alves. Alves can't get it.
Kitzmiller with a great step right there and shutting Alves down quickly.
Here's a ball that tries to get through, can't. Looking for Jury Bettis. Jury just tracks it down, though, and the Utes need to use patience and spacing, and they have it here. They get it outside. It's going to be up and out of bounds. Jeez. Just another mistouch, Jared.
Unlucky passes right now, and I don't know if they're just flustered. They're doing well. So captains, get your team, take a couple of big, deep breaths, relax, make the easy pass.
And that was Jaden Spencer that had that pass, and he's so good with the ball that you don't expect it. And nice deep throw from the Eagles. Played back up in the middle. Here's a ball up, and I believe it's Nurden with the ball. He's working. He's doing what he does. Gets it up. Bunderson charges.
Look at Cush over here on this left side, though. All the time in the world. Maybe get away from that pressure over there on the side. Swing it around. Make Juan Diego run.
And Cushing, he and Jury Bettis each have 8 goals on the season. The guy knows how to find the back of the net. He needs an opportunity, and where he's playing in that role position where he's not a full-time player, he's got the fresh legs. Would like to see that ball pushed out. We're stuck a little bit on the right side of the field as far as the offensive set goes right now. Here's a nice play on the ball. Played into Nurden.
See, we just keep going right back to that same right-hand side. Over and over and over. I think that Uintah needs to start using both sides of the field, and I think that was one of the remarks that Juan Diego's coach said, was let's not just play on one side of the field, let's play on both.
So much pitch out there. Might as well use the whole field to your advantage. They're going to play a 2-man game, Spencer and Bettis. Then the ball goes out of bounds. Spencer can't get free to get to it. Well, I see some of the youngsters here to watch the game today. It's good for them to see the things that they're being taught at these young ages. Good to see how it all comes together here with the shorter passes, the control, the runs through, the way to turn a ball, how to receive it in the right direction.
How aggressive you have to be in order to play this level.
I have a boy who made the sophomore team his first year he'd played, and he thought soccer was a finesse sport. So the first time he was playing, he had somebody that weighed maybe 60 pounds less come and charge him and push him off the ball. And he said, I was laying on the ground going, I didn't think you could do that in soccer, And it took him a little while to adjust that it's a full contact sport. You just don't have pads on is the only difference here. Waiting, and again, the midfield a little bit unchecked. So they're trying to push that ball up. He's got a good deep throw, headed back. Again, unchecked in the middle for the Eagles. They're happy to have that. They switch the field here, trying to get it out to Greer. No, they don't look for him. It's Hurtado with the ball. He pushes up the middle. Goodrich clears. Gets about 5 yards past the midline. And right now,
Juan Diego working a little bit with those through balls instead of trying to make that long cross like they did when they played at Juan Diego. I like that. That's a good coach that can say, all right, this game we're going to try this. And you see all the options, all the arsenal of attack that a team can play.
McCackney continues to attack and strike that ball out of bounds. Greer has the throw in. Greer waiting patiently. He's got Hurtado on a run. And there comes Mariani. That ball gets through. Goodrich hits a deep strike, and it's going to go way past Sands' head. Can Bettis get to it? He hits it with his head, and now we've got one-on-one. Can he take one? He has to beat one. He's waiting for something to happen. Here comes the far side run. It's a beautiful ball. He gets it up to Spencer. Spencer, oh, and it's well defensed. But the Utes are going to maintain right here. No, it's a throw-in.
Picked off by Alex Saunders there. And luckily, because Jaden was able to make a touch and would have gone around him on that.
Yeah, and he just poked a ball right between his legs. And you're right, Saunders saved at least an excellent opportunity. Here's a ball through, and Nurden, it just goes deep, can't get to it before it goes out of bounds. Goal kick for the Eagles.
But wise by Uintah. You know, I think that's the first time they've had somebody on the goalie to prevent those kind of things from just going right straight to that goalie. So well done, Caden, by the heads-up play there.
Now the wind's starting to pick up. It's at Hendrickson's back. This could be a disadvantage for the Utes. They have about 25 minutes left in the game. Right now with a draw, that would be an incredible result, actually, for both teams, considering the way both sides have played. But a draw, in this case, better than a loss for either side. And there's a beautiful defense by Greer. He gets it into Hurtado. Hurtado loses the ball to McCackney. McCackney looking to switch the field. He puts it into the corner, and it's a good touch. Oh, boy, the vision right there of McCackney to see that lane, and he maybe touches it a yard deep.
But look how far the goalie had to come out of the box. I mean, if there is any kind of mistake, that goalie is completely out of position. And you're right, that pass, if it would have been perfect, then that would have been easily a goal right there.
Easily a goal. Boy, the vision from the fullback McCackney to see that lane, you would have thought most people would have played the ball in front of the defense. He strikes it behind the defender, and a nice run by Spencer, and it's just a bit off. Here comes Nurden on the attack. And he's just well defensed there by Williamson. Williamson comes out, slides around. Coming in from the striker position is Bunderson for the challenge, and there's a lot of legs and arms and flopping, and there's the whistle. No whistle, and there is a whistle, yep. And that's a good battle on both sides. Everyone going for the ball. And they call it back. The Eagles played a dead ball.
Yeah, I thought I saw the Eagles put their hand on the ball, stop it, and then have a quick start. So unlucky for Uintah right now.
Now it'll be into more of a set piece, maybe a deep ball. They've got from the defense, Greer, he's tall. They've got DiGeronimo and Alves, both of them know how to touch the ball. Griffith is in, and it looks to be like a deep cross with the left foot. Here's the cross, and it goes in. Jackson has it, and here's a quick counter. No, he's going to be content to let his team reset. And here's the deep ball from Benyon. Goes out of bounds. And there is a wind in his face. It's coming a little bit from the southeast, which could push a ball that gets up high out of bounds like that. Surveying the field. Get it in. Here comes the attack from Bunderson. Bunderson juking and jiving. Unfortunately, ball's played a little deep. Here comes a counterattack. McCackney, well played by the stopper. Outside, Spencer with the ball. Spencer looks for the chip, gets it up. McCackney has some chance. Well defensed there by 17 Ishida. Might have been 27, excuse me. They play it outside. Greer pushes it up. Alves with the ball. Alves gets past Goodrich, but coming over, Ewell. Another defensive play by Williamson.
Junior number 21, London Wells, has got to know at this level you've got to go to that ball. You can't wait for it, and especially not jump to try and get that ball.
Beautiful touch. Here's a ball into the middle. Oh, and cleared by Sands.
Jaden getting hit a little bit there after he passed that ball, and no call.
Nurden has a little bit of time, makes his move, gets the ball up. Not to anyone in particular, turnover. Eagles coming back quickly. Hurtado with the ball, he pushes it up to DiGeronimo. DiGeronimo has all the talent in the world, looking for something. He pushes up Hurtado outside to Sands. Sands with the ball, chip. Goodrich gets a block, partial block on it, but Sands wins it back. No, that's Greer, excuse me. Here's a shot, and it's in the corner, hits the post. DiGeronimo has a wide open shot from the 18, turns, hits it low, and hits the post.
You know, Corbin Goodrich right there noticed no one going to the ball. He jumped in, tried to make a quick opportunity to try and take that ball away, and luckily put a little pressure on Geronimo so that it was a little wide.
DiGeronimo's going to replay that miss in his head a couple of times. He had a clean look. He hits it low and hits it hard, and it hits the post. We say in the men's league that the post is not your friend, Jared. Ball played up, DiGeronimo. He's playing against Ewell. Ewell, no nonsense, just resets the defense. Play on. Greer with the ball looking. He tries to chip it up, blocked by Bunderson. Cushing can't get a foot on it. McCackney gets through. Hurtado with the foul. Hurtado's a little bit upset. That's Alves, excuse me. Hurtado is number 23.
Yeah, you just can't grab somebody and hold them back from
Cushing pressure up. Ball on the ground. No check in the midfield. That's Hurtado with the ball. He gets it up. He puts a long through ball. Mariani, they call offsides. Fortunate break for the Utes.
You know, and it looked like the sideline was in the right position there, so
yeah, I
didn't see it.
We're about 15 yards off from where we're sitting right now, so hard angle for us. The crowd from Juan Diego also about 15 yards off, couldn't see it clearly. Fortunate break, the Utes are not going to complain. Here comes the attack. DiGeronimo with the ball up. He hits Alves. Alves on the outside plays a ball back to his left foot. We know he can strike with that left foot. He gets in the middle, cleared by McCackney. No, that's Goodrich. Excuse me. Here's a ball played up by Greer. Goodrich out of position for him unless he and McCackney have traded spots. McCackney was playing back in that deeper back position. Now it looks like they're more in their natural positions. Ball out of bounds. 19 minutes left here in the half according to the game clock. The official has the official clock. There hasn't been any stoppages that I remember. There might be just an even whistle here. Here's a ball played. DiGeronimo wins it. He gets through. He takes a dive, hits Goodrich in the ankles. Here maybe a shot. No, play back to his left foot. Shot, and it's on the ground, played by Jackson Benyon. Benyon rolls it out. Spencer, here comes the counterattack for the Utes. He plays it up to the middle. McNamara back to Spencer. Trying to work it through past the half line. There's a charge from behind, and they're going to call a whistle. That's going to go against 19 Mariani. And it's been called that way all game, Jared. It's not a surprise.
No, and you know, you can't come from behind and take somebody out. Side to side is okay.
Bunderson, he gets it up. McNamara with the right foot. Oh! Beautifully played by Hendrickson. In the air, punches the ball out of bounds. Here on the on-out motor replay, you'll see McNamara work it back to his right foot. Chips it up. And Hendrickson, full extension punch. Beautiful piece of goalkeeping from the keeper for Juan Diego.
That was a great idea from Brady. You don't necessarily have to drill it. I'm going to try and chip the goalie, and it made Hendricks work for it.
Hendricks played that perfectly, and he took a punch, and that ball hit the upper post where the football posts are. And now the Utes with an opportunity from the corner, and it's going to be number 14, Alex McGlory, taking that. He gets a good strike on the ball, gets through Bunderson, excuse me, can't get a solid contact on it. Goodrich kind of dancing with it. This is dangerous. Ewell back now. He has to keep it off the feet of DiGeronimo. They play it back to Ewell, and Ewell cleans it up. And here comes Nurden. He's got possession in the midfield, plays it up.
Numbers.
McNamara, they do have numbers. This is dangerous. The Eagles' defense is flat right now. Their position is really flat. Oh, and Nurden just can't get it through. And here it comes the other way. Hurtado has the ball unchecked in the midfield. He's going to play it outside. DiGeronimo trying to track it down. He does. Ewell on the ground. They play it back. Hurtado with the ball up. Hurtado to Alves. Back to Hurtado. Hurtado with the left foot blocked by Goodrich. Goodrich is a little bit shaken up by that. Hit it in the back of his head. He's a little bit fuzzy, you can tell. Ball up. Hamburg working. Hamburg getting hammered from behind. Hamburg still with the ball, still through. No presence for midfielders for the Utes. There's a fight. McNamara loses track of it, and it's up. Played up by Hurtado to Mariani. Mariani with the deep ball! Oh, to DiGeronimo, and DiGeronimo is just a half-yard short.
That was the signature play for Juan Diego at Juan Diego. They scored 4 goals that way, and so definitely got to be careful with those.
Checking out is Alves, and in his place coming in Flores. Today's game brought to us by the Advisor Group. Financial planning, benefit packages, insurance, or retirement plans. We have a specialized team to help meet your needs. We are the firm of firms, the Advisor Group. Boy, Greer for a fullback, just like a bull in a china cupboard, too. He is battling to get possession up there. Lots of pushing there, and this is the sub that came in, Flores, on that far side. Bunderson gets that ball deep, hits it to Bettis. Bettis is going to knock it out of bounds. Boy, is it just me, or does Hayden hit balls with touch that you just don't expect him to do?
Yeah, he seems like it's kamikaze, but somehow he has the touch and the finesse to make it a good pass or not.
Another little chip shot. Sands hits it nicely with his head. He gets it up. Hurtado has the ball. He's checked well by Alex McGlory. McGlory hits it up to Bunderson and continues that run. This is what I love about McGlory, is he just continues his runs, even though you would think he would have burned himself out with as much effort as he took to get that ball in the first place. Ball by 15, win. Hurtado, the deep ball. Goodrich hits it. Good to see he wasn't affected too terribly. Bunderson can't get that ball out. Now being played by Junior Flores. Flores puts it up. Now Greer has all the time in the world to work that ball back up. DiGeronimo, triple team, but gets through. DiGeronimo has a right foot. He hits it and scores. DiGeronimo beats the triple team and then beats the keeper with the low shot in the left corner. Here you see it with his speed. He has the right foot. He strikes, hits it low, and Benyon can't get enough on it to keep it out of the back of the net.
When you're going down the right side and you can hit the left side net, there's not many goalies that can stop that kind of a shot, especially with the pace that was on that ball.
The pace and the individual creativity, triple teamed, high stepping through, and from 18 yards out, DiGeronimo hits, makes it the Eagles 2-1, and the Utes in trouble a little bit right now with 13 minutes left. Tracking the ball down is Nurden. Bunderson coming hot. McGlory. And this is good, Flores. And here comes Bunderson. He's got one to beat. He's going to go outside to his left foot. He's got a shot, and he has the equalizer! Not a minute later, Bunderson with the left foot, 2-2. The Utes are not backing down to anybody.
Hard fought. Look at him go on this replay. I'm just going to outrun you. I'm going to get a little shove. I'm going to get a little push, and I'm going to go side net. So take that.
How about from the left side to the right corner, Jared? Not many keepers can stop that ball, and certainly not Hendrickson with a beautiful play. 20th goal of the season from Bunderson. 2-2. It's two heavyweights taking shots to the face. Who can stand longest in this 15-round heavyweight battle? Up to DiGeronimo. DiGeronimo being checked by Ewell. Can't control the ball. And that ball gets through. DiGeronimo charging it. Here comes the keeper. Well played by Benyon.
You know, Hayden is giving everything he can on this field right now. He's got those long spandex pants on, sliding, doing everything he can. feeling pretty protected because of those.
Junior Flores earns the penalty here. That was against Alves. McCackney plays the short ball up. Bettis has it. He's looking to switch the fields. He gets it up into Flores. Oh, nice touch by Flores. Bunderson.
Look at Hayden, yeah.
All the way deep. Can he get it over? No, he can't. Here comes McCackney. McCackney, I think of him as an offensive player, even though he plays on the defensive side. McCackney gets up. The Utes earn a throw-in. Today's game brought to you by Strata Networks. The live stream of tonight's game can be found at strata.tv, powered by Strata Networks.
Looks like Hayden's getting a breather right now, and he has been working hard. I'd like to see the intensity from the rest of the youth players have that kind of intensity.
Here comes the deep throw. Flores can't get it past the defensive line. Cleared high in the air. Mariani can't compete with McNamara. McNamara can Mr. Do everything. Does all the little things. Here's a ball that's going to track out of bounds. Utes throw in. It's going to be Ben Kitzmiller with the throw. He's got an arm. He gets it up to about the midfield. Flores has it on the sideline. He chips up, and he's got runners. Oh, and here's a nice ball. It gets through. And well turned by the defense. Well played. And now the counterattack from the Eagles. This could be trouble. Outside to Flores. Flores looking. He's trying to get it to Alves. Alves can't get there before Goodrich does.
Goodrich with great intensity as well. You know, he doesn't stop. He keeps going, whether it's through the ball, whether it's through the player. Not in his house.
No. And coming all the way over from that sweeper position, well, they're going to call it the deep back. No check here, and I'm surprised that Hurtado didn't just hit a deep cross. And Greer does. Cleared by Goodrich, handled up by Albright. We haven't called his name a lot today, and there's going to be a foul. Albright hit from behind. I think it was Jerry Bettis that got him. A nice show of sportsmanship helps him up. Today's game brought to us by Ashley Regional. Ashley Regional Medical Center is the recent High Five Award winner from Life Point Hospitals. This makes Ashley Regional one of the top 5 hospitals in the 60 hospital company. Well, here's the free kick. It's going to be taken by Williamson. What do you see here, Jared? I get a heavy stack on the right side of the offense.
Yeah, definitely the far post, right post for Juan Diego is what...
Benyon staying on his line. Here comes the referee. He's going to have some kind of conversation. It looks like maybe giving the 10-yard walk-off, and it's correct. And he moves him back 1.5 inches. Well, I'm glad that we had the referee on the field to make sure that was correct.
Paste that off.
No shaving cream to set that up. Here's a ball, and Goodrich just chops it up into the air. It's going to be tracked down by Hurtado. No, it goes out of bounds. Hurtado with the throw-in. Substitution, you're going to see DiGeronimo back in. And this is where DiGeronimo and Bunderson, both of the stars for each side, took a break and came back in at the exact same time. Also in for the Utes, Cushing. And Cushing's had a little bit of a quiet game, but he could break out at any time. We've seen it happen time and time again. He has 8 goals on the season. On the outside, Hurtado, he plays it back. DiGeronimo, played by Goodrich, put up no forward presence, and you see Bunderson all the way back playing in a defensive position nearly as a striker. And here's a deep ball back and forth. Ball's through. Hurtado can't control. It's going to be controlled, played by Kitzmiller out to Nurden. Nurden plays it out. Nice creativity. He has the angle. He pushes it up. And look who's tracking it down. That's Hamburg. Can Hamburg get to it? No. Sands plays it back to the keeper. It's a slow roller, but no pressure from the Utes.
Got to make those runs. Those are the runs that you want.
DiGeronimo can't control. Cleared back up by Junior. Here's a ball played by... Oh, and it gets... outside. Oh, it's just mistouched. Cushing, if he could have led. Oh.
Had a little bit more power on that. That was a good pass, and Hayden would have been by himself.
Well, there was one defender. It was number 2, Brandon Sands, 2 offensive players. If he could have pushed that to the corner, then it's a one-on-one with the keeper. Can't get enough touch on the ball. So back in is, oh boy. McNamara, excuse me, and also number 21, London Wells. That ball's played outside Flores. Flores trying to switch the field. Done by Hurtado. Out to Mariani. Mariani working back in. That's what he does. He's done it all game. He gets it back to Hurtado. Hurtado, he sets up. Oh, and it's played unbelievably well by Jackson Benyon. Usually they're going to bounce that ball, and you see the runner coming in. I believe it was number 4, Martinez. And he not caught that ball. It was not Martinez, it was Griffiths. If he doesn't catch that ball, the Eagles score. Wow.
Not sure what happened there with London Wells. It looked like he made a jump, came down a little awkward, and kind of limped a bit when he
is a little bit ginger. Moon Lake Electric is helping us bring this game to you today, providing power to the area since 1938. Find and like them on Facebook. Make sure you tell them thanks for helping VTV Channel 6 bring you this game here today. Ball out of bounds. Going to be Eagles ball. We have about 5 minutes left in the match. Ball goes all the way back to the defensive line. Look at the hustle there by Hamburg. Hamburg's not able to get it, but I like the run. Cushing misplays the ball. It's going to go back out, but Cushing gets to it, and he runs through. Here we go. Cushing's got some speed. He's working with left foot. Here he goes trying to get to the corner, cut off. And it's well played by Sands. Sands gets it in the corner, plays it up. DiGeronimo has the ball. DiGeronimo checked. Can't get it through. It's going to be won by Bunderson. Bunderson plays it back. McNamara. McNamara loses the ball. DiGeronimo, he's up. He plays it back in. Hurtado, nice slide by Flores. Ball played up to nobody in particular, unfortunately, for McNamara. It's going to go all the way back to the keeper. Benyon has the ball. He's got his team up. He might as well play the volley up now. He does. Ball's up. It's going to go out of bounds. Yes, it does.
Boy, the transition is what's going to win this game today for either team, and it seems like they're covering a lot of territory. They're having lots of opportunities both sides, and typically it's on that quick transition. So heavy physically for both teams.
Flores and Sands changed places. Flores played some nice minutes there for the Eagles. Ball's played in the middle. Hurtado gets it out. He gets it to Alves. Alves working from the left side to the right side, looking for an opening, finds Griffiths. Griffiths plays it back. Alves has the ball. Plays it out to Mariani. Mariani working. He likes to come back inside. He plays it back to the defense, and that's well played by Nurden and cleared out of bounds. 3:22 left on the game clock. Official clock undetermined. There could be stoppage play. Tied 2-2 here. The Utes and the Eagles in just an epic battle on the soccer pitch. Played out to Greer. Greer, no one's checking him. He can pass, he does. Griffiths looks up, turnover, ball put up in the middle. Going to be tracked down by Hamburg outside. Hamburg misplays it. Spencer playing on his heels a little bit. Mariani working. He loves to work that way. He comes across, he continues the ball, looks up, sees somebody there. I believe it's right. They get it out. DiGeronimo chips it up. Cleared. And nobody in the midfield.
Uintah has got to maintain their shape here.
DiGeronimo, he's trouble. And well played by McNamara, but DiGeronimo earns the free throw. Plays it inside. Alves has the ball, trying to make the turn. Can't. Not sure what Bunderson's doing. He's going to give him a corner kick. Spencer can't get there in time. Bunderson gives him a corner kick. Dangerous. 2:10 left here in the game. Today's game brought to you by Pilot Logistics. An all-new DEF pump is now operating at the Pilot Logistics card lock in Naples. Stop in and fill up with the convenience of a pump. Corner kick. Ever dangerous. Lots of scoring opportunities here. The wind is blowing into the box. Ball chipped up high. It's going to go deep. Fielded by Albright. Albright chips it back into the middle. Cleared out. Played here by Hurtado. Hurtado working backwards. Tries to get it back out to Albright. Covered, decides to continue to play back. He plays all the way back to Saunders. Saunders challenged there well by
Hamburg.
McCackney just chips the ball out. 1:25 left on the clock. Tied 2-2. With the ball to throw in Saunders. Saunders looking. He's going to play back to the defense. Spread them out. Williamson's going to switch the fields. He gets it over to Sands. Sands chips it up. Well played by McNamara, but not well enough. Hurtado gets the turn. He puts it in the middle. Mariani gets it to the left side. It's going to be played by Nurden, and we have a foul. And you know who can't believe his luck is Alves. Alves is thinking.
You can't pull the jersey and not expect to get a call. He's pulling his jersey, and pulling the jersey just doesn't work.
Indeed, and McCackney with a good deep ball gets up to Sands. Sands sends it almost halfway back with his head. Ball is played up to Alves. Alves to the outside. Mariani, he loves to come back into the middle. He does. He plays it into the middle, and they're going to switch the fields up to Albright. Albright taken out by Bunderson, up to Greer. They play it up, and just good defense. And they're going to call a foul. Cushing, and I think he got with the swipe of the legs as he came through the ball. So the free kick to be taken by Sands. They've got 3 with 2 runners on the far left side of the offensive side. And they're asking for 10 yards. And then he's going to kick it anyway. He kicks it high and out of bounds. Fortunate for the Utes. The clock reads 0-0. And they are cussing at the referee about the distance. They could have stopped the play and had an official count off. They didn't. They're calling for substitutions. This may be a trick by Nurden to try to get the clock to run out. Flores in, Bettis in, Cushing out, as is Hamburg. Jury Bettis played an inspired game against the Cougars earlier in the week. Ball gets through. McNamara has it. He's trying to find an opening. He puts a chip through. It's a foot race. Here comes Bunderson. On the turn, Williamson, he gets it up to the middle. Oh, and it's just an unfortunate strike by Nurden. And here comes the counterattack for the Eagles, but stopped nicely by Jury Bettis. Oh, and Nurden just doesn't have the touch, and we have
a game.
The game. The whistles have blown. My own screaming, drowning out the triple whistles, and that's the game. And the referee wants to have a word with the Eagles coach. And it's going to continue after in a well-fought game with a draw, 2-2, and they are still continuing to talk to each other. And it's unfortunate that mars maybe one of the most beautiful games of soccer I've watched. Both teams come away with a draw, 2-2, and the Utes have just served notice that they're here to play for the 3A championship.
Absolutely, they played to win. Hayden Bunderson, by far, I believe, was the player of the game. If we were giving those today, his intensity, his drive to put the ball in the net is what equalized this tie right here.
Well, I'll have to say this. We can give him player of the game. His energy earned the tie. And, you know, even though we don't have an award to give him, we can put player of the game on that. And here on senior night, he put on a display. Let's go to the L&L Motor Replays highlight package. We're going to start this off today with, right here's the shot by Alves. Alves just misses to the left. Jackson, there's the header and then saved by Hendrickson. Here's the Hendrickson punch-out save that was just incredible. And you see the play by Grostic, just a short, soft goal, and he gets it in. But then the equalizer from Bunderson chips it up and over. DiGeronimo hits the post. Hendrickson here with another punch save, and that was the chip shot by McNamara. DiGeronimo beats everybody and hits the left corner. And then Bunderson says, "I'll see your corner and raise you to the right." And that, my friends, is how you earn a draw on a soccer pitch. Incredible afternoon of soccer. We're going to take a break, hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back after these messages.
Moon Lake Electric has been a staple in the basin for 75 years. And though many things have changed through the years, one thing stays the same: our dedication to keeping the power on and our priority of doing that safely. We now have a Facebook page, which can be accessed through our website, allowing you to receive energy tips, outage reports, personnel changes, and feedback. Moon Lake Electric thanks its members and employees for 75 years of keeping the power on.
Do you know what medications you are taking? It's one of the first questions a medical professional will ask you at the doctor's office or in the emergency room. Knowing the names of your medications, the amount you take, and when you take them is as important as describing your pain. Ashley Regional Medical Center encourages you to take a moment and write down all your medications. We will even provide a small card for you to use. It's important for you to be informed and involved with your health care and your medications.
Well, in an interesting twist, Mark Mason, Jared McCackney here with VTV Channel 6. We're back. Usually in a region game, we expect if there's a draw at the end of regulation, that's it. But we are going to play 2 10-minute halves in overtime. The rules are unclear, and I have an ex-high school coach sitting next to me, Jared. There could be several formats. There could be a 20-minute extra period. There could be basically first goal wins. This is new ground for me to cover. Unsure what to do here. But we're going to enjoy the extra soccer. Two teams playing very good. And here's an attack. Oh, and Nurden just gets turned around.
Nurden didn't see that idea by Jury right there to just take that ball and head straight to the goal.
Jury is used to Bunderson just always attacking the goal, and he pushes the ball through, and Nurden got his body turned around and wasn't aware that got through. Maybe it was going to be too deep anyway. Well played by Hendrickson. Hendrickson kicks it out, so the Utes have the ball. Boy, and you see Greer coming up all the way from that fullback position to challenge. Here's a ball that gets through. It's going to be played there by McGlory. McGlory trying to earn the baseline. He does. He's got the right foot. He gets it through. McNamara hits a shot, and then it's played by Hendrickson.
I saw Jaden Spencer all by himself on this far side. I thought Alex might have seen him and made the long ball across, but that was as good an option as any to have that ball to Brady McNamara.
Kitzmiller loses the ball to Greer. Greer's up. Greer's trying to turn it. He does. He looks back and he finds Hurtado. Hurtado goes outside. We know what Mariani wants to do, but he changes it up. In one of the rare instances, he goes to his left. Now he works back to his right. There's the cross, and it's going to get out. Here's a shot. It's a slow roller, cleared, but then blocked, unfortunately, by Nurden. Greer has the ball in the box, poked out. I think it's Kitzmiller, and there's a lot of pushing, and they say play on.
Logan Ewell fought the big guy. Logan Ewell just fought the big guy and won.
Kept his feet. We've talked about it in times past. Sometimes the Utes don't know when to go down. But in this case, Ewell somehow, after just getting bounced and bounced and bounced by Greer, who's got to have 40 pounds on him, maintains the possession. Ball's knocked around. Greer has it. McGlory hits the ball. Coach tells the players which one has it. Bunderson still fighting for the ball. He's up against Sands. Sands in trouble. Here's a double team, and they call a foul. And Sands is down. Hopefully he's okay. He's holding his legs.
Yeah, that was kind of a tag team by Alex and Hayden on trying to get that ball, and a little too much.
And you know how bad that stings when you get hit on your Achilles and it brings your sock all the way down. And looks like Sands is going to be okay. Glad to see that. So with the free kick, I believe is it DiGeronimo that's kicking that in, number 13?
Yes.
He gets a big long ball, gets up to the midfield line, popped up in the air by Greer. Controlled by Bettis. Bettis pushes it up. Can't get it to Bunderson. Cleared back up. Alves, I believe, plays it back. Nerden has a runner on the outside. He puts it that way. Here comes Spencer. Spencer has one to beat. He can go left or right. He's waiting for a mistake, and he goes 5-hole. Here comes the center. Here's the shot. And it's by Bunderson. Hits the top post. Bunderson. Somebody got called offsides. Bunderson hits the top post with his head.
It actually hit the goal, the football field goal post.
Watch,
and
Spencer goes 5-hole, and he goes there. He centers in. Kitzmiller can't get the shot. Bunderson with his head hits the top post, and you're right, it is out of bounds. That's the call. Boy, two teams have hit the post. The Eagles and the Utes. Both of them could have been game winners. Hendrickson with the big ball, plays it up, played back to Bunderson. Bunderson, can't get it through, but here comes Spencer. Spencer has the ball, plays it to Bettis. Bettis trying to work back. He goes back to Spencer, no, and it's played back. The Utes have possession. Bettis can't get the right touch on it. And, right now, Saunders is playing great defense. He's getting to both positions and shutting down. Here comes the counter, led by Griffiths. He gets it up. Alves has it, pushes it outside. I believe that's Hurtado with the ball. Hurtado has the ball up. Mariani likes to work to the right side. He does. He still has the ball. Can he get a left foot on it? He does. Played off the post. Woo!
Some of these defenders for Uintah are just standing there speechless. He is that quick and can move the ball that well.
Played up. Bunderson gets the ball knocked out by Saunders. Bunderson can throw it a country mile. Here comes the runners. It's going to get past the defense. It does. Williamson trying to track it down. Boy, Spencer gets the corner but can't find the ball, and that's got to be a foul. Yeah, there was about 5 pushes that I counted. Maybe he got the first, maybe he got the 5th. Either way, it's the Eagles' ball. Interesting, the keeper was coming over to take that deep kick. But fortunately for the Eagles, they realized how foolish that was, and so now Williamson's going to kick it. He puts it into the middle. It's going to go to Sands. Here comes the pressure from Bunderson. Bunderson puts it up, or Sands goes back middle. Double teamed. Kitzmiller punches the ball back up. And that's a 50-50 ball earned by Nerden. Nerden's got outside to Bunderson. Bunderson trying to track it, just like a battering ram. Gets it up. Look who has the ball in the corner. McGlory trying to get somewhere, loses track of it. Sands clears, and it's a throw-in for the Eagles.
This is actually getting really physical. I don't know. I don't want any player from either team to get hurt right now, and they're just lowering shoulders and making some contact. So I hope no one gets hurt right now.
Waiting for the throw-in. The throw-in goes to Sands, challenged by Bettis. Out of bounds.
Good challenge by Bettis. You pressure up like that, you're going to get the ball kicked out of bounds, make bad passes. Good job by Jury by not slowing down. Throwing Uintah on the far side. No one marking Caden Nerden.
Trying to get that through ball, Jaron. The touch isn't there on so many of these passes. Did you see the hustle by McGlory to get back and challenge that ball? McCackney comes up. He's in a battle with Greer. About the same physique there between the two of them. Ball played here. Ewell gets a turn on it. McNamara can't get it. It's going to go to Hurtado. Hurtado hits outside to Mariani. Mariani just can't get there. Utes ball.
You're seeing lots of jerseys getting pulled right now from Montiego. They are doing everything they can.
Spencer can't get the ball. Gets over to Greer, poked up. Who's going to win it? It's going to be the Utes. It's 50-50 ball, pushed back up, headed on the ground. Bunderson on the run. He gets the ball from Bettis. Bunderson has the ball. The pace is there. No, and that ball's played back to the keeper. Can't play it with his hands as he's played back by his own team. He gets the ball up in the air. Here comes McCackney on Hurtado. Boy, lots of pushing, lots of shoving. McCackney doesn't win this. Alves has the ball. He's got to beat Juan. He pushes it outside. Here comes Greer. Does he have a one-timer across? It's over. With the one time he hits it over. Today's game brought to us by L&L Motor. Become a fan and like L&L on Facebook. You can be entered into one of their fabulous drawings. L&L Motor, people you know, people who care.
Some of the Uintah fans thinking that Hayden got held up there after he made that pass towards the goal and was hung up by the Juan Diego player.
Oh, and Hayden can't get it through. He tries to win the ball back, and there is just it's going to be a brawl. And Cushing comes over. I think Cushing's only intent was to get Bunderson out of there. They don't need a red card in any fashion. And the call, it's got to be a drop ball. It's got to be a drop ball. We have two referees pointing different directions. I believe it'll be played as a drop ball. And the referee that was closest overrules them. That's kind of an offsetting penalty thing you see in basketball, Jared. I don't know. Do you ever see a penalty where it's just both players and you just drop it? I don't know. I guess in this case, the Utes are glad to have this. Goodrich is going to take the free kick. Goodrich hits a deep ball. It's low. It hits the defender. Here comes the counterattack. Greer's on the outside left. They get it behind him, which slows him down. Fortunate for the Utes. He hits a nice ball to Mariani. Mariani's going to go to his right. He always does. No, he goes left this time. He'd play it back. Hurtado has the ball. Hurtado goes outside Greer. Greer tries to get through. Can't get through Spencer. Spencer hits it out. Jared.
Defensively, Uintah is playing so tough right now. Logan Ewell shut that down on that right side. Jaden over here shutting that one down. Strong, tough.
And there is the first 10 minutes gone here in overtime. We're going to take a break. Hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back after these messages.
This broadcast is brought to you by L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Pilot Logistics, Moon Lake Electric, and the Advisor Group, VTV6, your life in HD.
Are you a busy mom like me with so little time, juggling so many different things that getting your oil changed is the last thing on your mind? You won't believe this. Head to L&L Express Lane. You don't need an appointment. There's a place for your kids to play, and you can use an iPad with Wi-Fi while you wait. And here's the best part. It's all done under 30 minutes or less. Come and see us at L&L's Express Lane. People you know. People who care.
Do you know what medications you are taking? It's one of the first questions a medical professional will ask you at the doctor's office or in the emergency room. Knowing the names of your medications, the amount you take, and when you take them is as important as describing your pain. Ashley Regional Medical Center encourages you to take a moment and write down all your medications. We will even provide a small card for you to use. It's important for you to be informed and involved with your healthcare and your medications.
Do you have a lot on your mind? Things like life, home, or auto insurance. Investments? Rollovers? Financial planning? How about health insurance? Employee benefits or retirement? Take control of your health and financial future. Go see your hometown experts at the Advisor Group. Call 435-789-9151.
Welcome back to Uintah High School, where the Eagles and the Utes locked into kind of like they lowered the cage and said, nobody comes out till somebody wins. We're in overtime. It's the second period overtime, 10 more minutes. And both sides are playing this as though the championship is on the line. Every ball is being challenged. Every loose ball is being pushed. Somebody's going to the ground. And it's been incredible to watch. Oh, and Jerry Bettis can't maintain his feet. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be the Eagles. Hurtado plays a ball up. Goodrich thinks the keeper's coming. Keeper's late. Oh, my goodness. Greer attacking that one hard, and Goodrich thinks the keeper's on his way, and well, we don't need a miscue in the box like that. Here's a ball misplayed by the defense. Can the Utes do anything with it? McCackney, no, excuse me, that's
Logan Ewell.
Logan Ewell coming up at number 10 also. Boy.
Brady McNamara.
Yeah, that's the one. Oh, and here's a run through by Griffiths. Griffiths comes up. He pushes a through ball to Greer. Greer's going to get it with the left foot. Played well by Kitzmiller. Ben Kitzmiller. I tried to call him Mike. That's his dad's name.
You know, a little bit of a breakdown there defensively for Uintah. They had numbers, and luckily Ben Kitzmiller and Corbin Goodrich able to shut that down with just a corner kick.
Corner kick, ever dangerous. Utes can't allow a breakdown. Greer needs to be checked. He's tall. He tries to get through, doesn't. McCackney hits it with his backside. Here's a ball that gets underneath. Oh, no, it's trouble. It's in the air. It's just still in the air. Somebody's got to get it out. Somebody's got to get it out. Alves, shot. Benyon covered the post.
You know, I've seen this aggressive play before, and it was the state tournament for hockey. This kind of excitement, this kind of intensity played the every single minute, every single period, and definitely points of a championship team's playing right here.
Cushing has been unmarked for minutes in this overtime. He has just stood on the sideline, and it continues to be unmarked.
Now Hayden Bunderson just coming down in the middle of the field. That is not a good thing.
And he's got cramps. He's got cramps. The referee has the ability to call a timeout. When they call a timeout in this instance, is this a substitution? Is this a mandatory substitution?
Yes, it is. Since the coaches came over and were called onto the field, then you have to sub.
And that's a guy that has left his heart on the field.
Yep, it's been a long game, extra 15 minutes so far, typically, and his energy level, I'm sure a little bit of hydration issues there are the cause of that.
And the Utes wisely use that. Did you see how the Utes gathered? And there was a conversation. Whoever the captains are for the Utes, that is just a thing of genius right there. You know, here's Cushing. Cushing puts a little chip shot, gets it up the middle. Oh, and it's a beautiful touch by Bettis. Can he get there? Hamburg just can't get there, but they earn a free throw on the far sideline.
But the pressure that Hamburg made the bad pass, went out of bounds, still you win a ball.
Continue to maintain possession. Nice attack by McNamara. What a beautiful evening, a little smell of rain in the air. The sun's just setting over the Utes field. The lights are on. Friday night lights. Played football style. And here's a ball weighted, put outside. Bettis gets it through. Here's a shot. It goes out of bounds. Junior Flores goes to get the ball. I believe they'll have Bettis do the throw. He does.
An orchestrated flick right here would be so good.
Ball gets through. Hendrickson comes up, plays it, almost misplays it. Good run. Follow through. I believe that was Hamburg that followed through. Ball gets outside Mariani. Mariani plays it back in the middle. He gonna get it up. He gets it up to Griffiths. Griffiths is challenged by Flores. Plays it back to the defense. Well done. Ball back up. Albright has it. They're going to content to have possession here. Here's a ball that gets passed. It's turnover. Ewell has it. Up to Cushing. Cushing using his size to his advantage. Cushing trying to get the corner. He's double teamed. He gets the ball back. Here's numbers. Get it up. It gets through. Oh, and Bettis can't get to it.
I'm sure Cushing extremely upset after he made that nice pass to Jury. Jury decided to go to Hamburg. Cush was all by himself on that left-hand side.
If the coaches and the team watch this, I want them to realize they've ignored the left side for the majority of the game. Cushing had a scoring opportunity. He was so wide open. That could have been the one. There's a foul here. DiGeronimo has the ball. He's going to be checked by Cushing. DiGeronimo, deep ball! Greer Greer! Oh, Greer and Benyon have a collision, and Benyon punches it out. Bettis has the ball up. Here comes Cushing. It's going to be a race. Can the keeper get there? He does, but misplays the ball. No, DiGeronimo, he's such an athlete. Look what he does. Look what DiGeronimo does. But that's going to be a Ute ball now.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, that was
number 13.
He has the ball and he chucks it, but here's a substitution, so in this case, no harm, no foul, I suppose. So you see here coming in McGlory again. And here's the collision. Look how high Benyon gets upended, landed on his head, face, and shoulders. Oh my goodness, Jackson Benyon. Here's a play by McGlory. He's putting so much pressure on this ball, and that is just well played. Greer now back on the defensive side again, or was that Sands? I can't tell. It was Sands. Sands and Greer have similar body styles, tall and long. Woo! The turn on the ball done by Griffiths. Griffiths gets in the middle. It's going to be played back. Going to go back to Goodrich. Goodrich chips it back up in the middle. Here it comes. I believe that's Hamburg with the ball. Hamburg looks outside, doesn't get the right touch on it, but it's played by Spencer. Pressure up, but Greer has the ball. Checked by Kitzmiller, back to the middle. Hurtado, a deep ball to Mariani. Mariani with a nice touch, but look who comes over. McCackney with the clear.
Cushing.
Or is that Cushing? Cushing, excuse me. Cushing comes over. It goes in. There's a handball. And they may call a yellow, and they do.
I'm not sure why.
He came up and he's protecting his interior body with the hands low. Here it is. And no, that's not a yellow card offense, but that's going to be the end of Cushing's night. They can't risk having a double yellow and having him out in the first game of the playoffs. Nurden back in Cushing's place. And Sands has the ball, and they're asking for 10 yards, and they do need to give him another yard to be.
I think it's funny listening to fans and people talk about the referee job and all the different aspects of the two-man crew here.
It's tough to call a two-man crew. Hurtado wins that ball. He gets it outside. Bettis has it, plays it out to Junior Flores. Flores looking for something. He plays it to Bettis. Bettis wins this. Bettis with the speed. He's getting tracked down by DiGeronimo. DiGeronimo comes in. And wow, that was a battle between two stars. Mariani with the ball. He gets it, does not get it through. Goodrich always in the right spot at the right time.
Goodrich playing very well, always facing the opposing team as they're coming at you. He can pick those off as a great, great sweeper.
1 minute left. Ball comes over. Alves has it just outside the box. Cleared by Flores. Flores in a battle. Flores wins. Flores reaches for it. Turned by Hamburg. Hamburg's trying to get the possession back. Can't. Ball to Albright. Albright pushes it up in the middle. Alves and McCackney push it out. Now Hurtado. Hurtado hits it outside. Mariani. Mariani's got the footwork and the speed. Checked here by... Oh no! There's a ball! Saved! Saved by Benyon! Saved by Benyon!
Unbelievable. Hit the post.
And that's a foul. We've got trouble from 30 yards out.
Time has got to have expired. The clock has been at 1 minute for seems like several.
And according to our clock, when we measured it, it hit 10 minutes just a second ago. They may allow this play to go and then call the whistle. The Eagles have a ball from 30 yards out. It looks like it's going to be played high and out of bounds. That may do it. They look at their watch, and there's going to be continuation play here still.
I guess they had Hayden injured in the center of the field there, so they are allowing some time for that.
There may be a minute of continuation play with the injury. There's the whistles, and the extra 20 minutes leaves it the way we had it before. And I don't know what to say. We were fortunate and blessed to have another 20 minutes of that soccer action.
That was, if we could have had that the whole entire game, wow, we would not be sleeping tonight.
Wow. We've had the highlight package. We've had the wrap-up. I don't think there's anything more to say. Let's thank our sponsors, L&L Motor, the Advisor Group, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Moon Lake Electric, Pilot Logistics, and Ridgeline Motorsports. I also want to thank the high school administration for their cooperation in making this coverage possible. It's a pleasure to be here tonight with you. For Jared McCackney, I'm Mark Mason. Good night.
This broadcast is brought to you by L&L Motor, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional Medical Center, Pilot Logistics, Moon Lake Electric, and the Advisor Group, VTV6, your life in HD.